I became treasurer in 92, president-elect in 93, president in 94, past president in 95, and then director. I was a new mom, and I was treasurer of AIA, and we were having a board meeting at my home in Longport. And it's really a story about women in architecture and how we can transition from one role to the other instantaneously. We were in my home and we had so many people, we had to move the board meeting up to the dining room. And my husband was in charge of the newborn to give him his bottle. But in the middle of the meeting, my husband comes downstairs having a little bit of trouble with this and says, honey, I need your help. So I put my hands out. He hands me the baby, all several weeks old, hands me the bottle. And without missing a beat, missing a sentence, I continue the meeting, which I was directing, feed the baby, burp the baby, and then eventually give the baby back to the husband. And Bruce Turner, who had a newborn at home at the same time, was just mesmerized by watching me not even miss a beat while I'm doing this. And I love that story because it just tells you how women can handle so many things at one time. Well, I love the community service that I did while I was part of AIA's board. We did a couple of design competitions. One we did with Legos, and the kids were from 5 to 15, and they had the most interesting designs based on the program we gave them. And the winner was the 5-year-old because he was so creative. But I also got very involved in the high school design competition locally. And I worked as a mentor over at Mainland Regional High School with the professor there who was teaching drafting. And we gave the kids a program, and every week I'd go in and work with them on their designs. And eventually we had 7 high schools participating. And I remember the gala where we handed out all the awards to the very happy kids and very, very happy parents. And because computers were just coming into it, there were computer awards, there were design awards, there were completeness awards, there were rendering awards. But it was so great to see the kids at such an early age develop their interest, and those who were going to move on and become architects really got a great start at that point. I think at the core, AIA is still doing what it does best, which is support for its members. Being a solo practitioner, I really loved the fact that I could come to a meeting and be able to talk with other architects, whether I had questions, whether I was looking for advice, later years, so I could give advice and mentor younger architects coming in. And I really enjoyed the camaraderie of AIA. Well, my practice is almost predominantly on the island of Longport, Ventnor, and Margate, where the lots are tiny and the houses have a lot of code restrictions. We have setbacks and lot coverage and building coverage and height and floodplains and parking and landscaping, and everybody needs a pool and everybody needs 5 bedrooms. And my job is really all about making a very large house fit on a very tiny lot and work really well and look beautiful while it does it. And I love the challenge. I love what I do. I really love making my clients happy. And so I don't have a particular house that I love, maybe a half dozen or so that are favorites. But I like the whole process. I like it being very individual. I like it with one-on-one. And I like being able to have people live in something that I helped them create for years to come. So I love my job. I'm going to do it a couple more years before I call it quits. And I just think the ability to be creative and balance that with being able to be structurally accurate and make it all come together, make it fit within someone's budget, the whole thing. It's a complex puzzle that I love to solve. So that's how I look at what I do.